Hi, it's John here. I'm at Sound Effects Music Studios, looking at the Roland boutique range of synthesizers. Here I've got the JX-03, which is a reproduction of the classic JX-3P, which was introduced in 1983. And it was one of Roland's first analog synths with MIDI. It's got 6-voice polyphony and had a load of analog components, including a VCF, but had 2 digital control oscillators, which are all present on here. This synthesizer sounds absolutely incredible. It's really good fun to use. I've really enjoyed playing with it, and I'm going to take you through a couple of the presets, and then I'm going to take you through what the oscillators sound like, both oscillator 1 and oscillator 2, and then what the filters sound like. And also just to point out that you've got a pitch bend here and modulation here as well, which they're really good fun to play with. I'll show you those when I'm showing the presets. So to access the presets, you have 3 banks, each with 16 presets in. And there's some really interesting sounds on here that I'm going to demonstrate for you. So if I hit the bank that I want and then hit the number that I want, I'm going to start with string 1, and just to give you a little idea of how that sounds. With the pitch bend and modulation. It sounds really cool. In bank B, we can go and have a look at maybe the one of the brass sounds. Bank B, brass 1. So some great sounds there. I found one that I particularly like in bank C, number 15. I really like this sound. I think it's really fun. Shows you how rich the synthesizer sounds. It sounds really big and really good fun to play. So if I want to access everything up here, I need to go into manual mode. You can alter these with the presets, so if you wanted to experiment with the presets and alter a few things, so for example on this, if I wanted to play with the filter, I can change the cutoff frequency and the resonance. So I can still alter presets, so that's a really good way of starting to build a sound. But the fun comes from actually just operating the synthesizer. So I'm going to operate the synthesizer. I'm going to put it into a mode that just plays the VCA. It bypasses the envelope for now. I'm going to play you the oscillator 1. So I'm going to mix this. You have a mix between your 2 oscillators here to DCO 1, and just play you the different waveforms. So here is the sine wave. Just turn the resonance off there. And then the triangle wave, sawtooth wave, pulse wave, square wave, and then oscillator 1 has pink noise on it. And we just do the same on oscillator 2. So I'm going to put the mix over to oscillator 2. So you have the sine wave. I have this set slightly higher. It's actually tuned up a little bit. Let's tune that's the same. Triangle wave. Sawtooth wave. Pulse wave. Square wave. And white noise. Okay, so let's get a basic sound up so we can have a little play with the filters. So I'm going to set both of these to sawtooth waves and just mix the 2. So I have them set to different octaves. This selects the range of the oscillator here, so we can change the octave. So we'll get a bass sound because that always sounds good with a good filter. So the filter, the voltage control filter, sounds like this. Then with a bit of resonance on it. Obviously this is controllable by the LFO, which allows us to select different waveforms, so I'm going to have a little play with those for you as well. There's also a delay for the LFO, which can be quite nice for adding vibrato on later if you control it with the pitch. So let's put the LFO on and let's have a little listen to what that does. So I've set this to sine wave. I like that. Let's put that onto sawtooth now. Then onto reverse sawtooth. And then onto square wave. Then random. And then onto noise. Okay, so there's lots of different options with the LFO. As with the Juno, this has a chorus as well, which sounds great. I'm just going to take the LFO off and open that up and put the chorus on for you. And that's just a really quick guide to the Roland JX-03. I've been John, I'm at Sound Effects Music Studios.